Hi, and here we are with the backdrop of the ice arena at Kinsman Sportsplex, and I've got with me Ted Schaeffer, who it's his first time on our show in the position of Parks and Recreation Director. So congratulations, and is that a fun job or what?
Oh, of course, you can't go wrong when when recreation is in your job title.
Yeah, exactly, and now you're also on the new board to run Yara. Or Mosaic Place, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. I'm as part of the Parks and Recreation. I become an ex officio member of the Downtown Facility Fieldhouse Board.
And you get to look after places like this, and we're going to talk about a really exciting thing for the city of Moose Jaw, hometown hockey.
Yeah, exactly. We're very fortunate that for this season, the Rogers Hometown Hockey Tour is going to make a stop in Moose Jaw.
So that means Don McLean and Tara Sloan are coming?
You bet. We'll see. They'll be here on site. It's a great weekend of activity. It's essentially a 2-day free family-friendly hockey festival that's going to take place on January 7th and 8th, 2017. So great way to start the new year, and it'll take place right on Main Street of Moose Jaw.
Yeah, down on Main and River, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be set up over about a 2-block span, just right around River Street in Maine.
And it's just east of the Mosaic Place, and but there's so many good things, and they have such a fun time. Those guys.
It's just amazing what they bring with them. There is, there's a virtual autograph booth where you can kind of get a virtual autograph with an NHL star. There's the Be a Broadcaster booth where you can actually get in the broadcast booth and be filmed, essentially doing the play-by-play for a little bit of an NHL game. There's live entertainment and a live stage. There's NHL alumni that come out and do autograph sessions. There's an outdoor ball hockey rink where we're going to have our minor hockey teams come down and play a little ball hockey throughout the weekend. There's other interactive activities going on, and really the big culmination of the event is on Sunday night, where there's an outdoor broadcast of the evenings of an evening NHL game. In our case, it's going to be Edmonton versus Ottawa, and the big thing is Ron McLean and Tara Sloan are on location on Main Street in Moose Jaw in the mobile broadcast booth, doing the pregame, doing the in between periods, and doing the postgame show right live from Main Street, Moose Jaw.
How did this happen?
You know what? This is the third year of the Rogers Hometown Hockey Tour, and they go all the way across the country every year, and they contacted Moose Jaw to ask if Moose Jaw would be interested in hosting this year. And of course, we jumped at the opportunity to be a host city. So we're one of 2 cities in Saskatchewan that was selected this year, ourselves and Lloydminster. And Lloydminster's really only half in Saskatchewan, so we're the only real full Saskatchewan stop this year.
Well, that's great, yeah, and it's a wonderful thing that they created to make this worthwhile. There's minor hockey gets celebrated, and
Well, yeah, it's minor hockey gets celebrated all throughout the weekend, and the community gets celebrated throughout the weekend. You'll see all throughout the weekend, in the lead up to the broadcast, there'll be short pieces on Sportsnet that really highlight the community of Moose Jaw itself. They'll talk about the history of Moose Jaw and the community itself, and obviously they'll key on some of the hockey history in Moose Jaw, of course. But it's a great showcase for the community. It's a great event. We've got great participation from Moose Jaw Minor Hockey. They've been they've been involved since the beginning, helping out, providing volunteers, and will be providing volunteers throughout the weekend to help put on the event. So it's been great to have their involvement, and of course, they're a great source of information when we start to talk about the hockey history of Moose Jaw. We've got so many great people involved with Moose Jaw Minor Hockey that can provide input and help with Rogers with the broadcast, and help them tell the stories of hockey in Moose Jaw.
Yeah, and that's the title is Hockey Town, or
exactly.
Hometown Hockey.
Hometown hockey. So it's about our home every week. It's about your hometown, and
because you weren't born here, Ted.
Yes, I was.
Were you?
Yes.
Because you worked in Regina so long.
I did. I'm a Moose Jaw guy that worked in Regina that's come back home.
And that's a good thing. So you have some of this history yourself.
I do. I do.
Play minor hockey?
I played minor hockey in Moose Jaw.
Who did you play for?
Oh boy, let's see. Coming up through the system, I was with. It was back when it was the Church Minor Hockey League, and I was always in the Minto Church district.
Oh, okay.
So I was always the Minto. Boy, I can't remember the team names. But it was always Minto something.
Monarchs. Or
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's good. And then that way you get really excited and be able to share. Oh yeah, did you know that? Like
Exactly. And kind of one of my memories is when I was growing up playing here is when Clark Gillies, our Moose Jaw guy, made it into the NHL. So he was kind of the hometown hero for me when I was a young hockey player. Was at the time. You'd have the opportunity to see him, because I remember back then he used to come back and play baseball here in the summers for the Moose Jaw Devons. So you got a chance to see an NHL hockey player in town every summer.
Yeah, and there's lots of multi-sport athletes who come. Like I think of some of the guys who are off the NHL from here. Chico Resch.
Chico Resch. You've got
Eddie Stanowski.
Eddie Stanowski was from here, and we've got some. We've had some not Moose Jaw guys, but guys that have played here through on their way up through their careers, like Theron Fleury and those types of NHL players that made a stop in Moose Jaw along the way.
Is Fred Sasaka who's coming back for this?
Well, you know what? We actually, that was one of the minor hockey was really great. That's one of the things that they passed on to the Rogers folks. It says, a lot of people don't know this, but the first Aboriginal hockey player in the NHL, Fred, was actually a Moose Jaw guy.
Yeah, and he came here. So this sounds like a wonderful idea. And you say, again, people should know, there's no cost to be involved in it.
No cost. It's free. It's a street festival. There'll be, there's going to be free hot chocolate and free coffee down there. There's going to be some free sampling of foods down there. One of the other things I almost forgot to mention is that they also have a street entertainer that comes out and performs throughout the day. His name is Paz, and he's actually a former member of Cirque du Soleil. And kind of his kind of signature act is you can come down and watch him juggle flaming hockey sticks. So he'll come down and throughout the day put on a show every half an hour. It's basically like like he's a street performer.
No, we'll have to check the forecast and see if we're going to have this. Like, as we film this, it's the bitter days, but hopefully it'll be a reasonable cold.
Well, yeah, hopefully we're getting the really, really cold now, and we'll get the if you can call it that, the nice cold on that weekend in January, so that everyone can come out and enjoy it. Now again, lots of don't let the cold weather. If it is cold, don't let the cold weather keep you away, because there'll be tents up for warming with hot chocolate and heaters in it. So all of that is there to make sure that people, even if it's cold, they have a chance to get in, warm up, have a hot chocolate, and then get back out and enjoy all of the interactive activities.
Sounds like a really good couple of days.
It'll be a great couple of days, for Moose Jaw.
Well, we're going to wrap it up, so let's just go over the dates and times again, just for people.
Absolutely. It's January 7th and 8th. Now, on Saturday, January 7th, the festival will run from noon until 6 p.m. And on Sunday, the festival again will start at noon, and it'll actually go up until the end of the live broadcast. Now, the live broadcast starts at 5:30 on Sunday, and they'll have a big screen out. I'll be telecasting that game. And so it'll probably wrap up sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock after the post-game hockey show is over. Yeah.
And all sorts of things that you can participate in and see.
All very active, all participant-based, and all great for, like I said, family-oriented and free.
And I can hardly tell that you're enthusiastic about this at all.
Well, I had the pleasure of being involved with the event when it was in Regina, and it was just a great event, and the people that came out just had such a good time. So I'm just really happy to see it come to Moose Jaw.
Okay. Well, thanks, Ted. Best of luck. Gentle breezes.
Thank you.
And warm skies.
Thank you very much.
So that wraps it up here at the Kinsman Sportsplex. My guest has been Ted Schaeffer today. So we'll come back and we'll see you again soon on Moose Jaw this week.